What's poppin', all stars? Welcome back to my channel. It's DAMNSHEJAMAICAN, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Mercury in Taurus. Now, Mercury. First, I'm going to talk about what Mercury represents, and then I'm going to be talking about Mercury in Taurus. So Mercury is basically the planet of communication and also how you process information. So, with that being said, Mercury is also one of the fastest moving planets around the sun, and that correlates with our mind and how our mind perceives information and also gives out information to our body. And so the correlation between the mind and Mercury are almost simultaneous. You know what I'm trying to say. So, having your Mercury in the sign of Taurus, Taurus is a fixed earth sign ruled by Venus. So having Mercury in Taurus, you're going to be a person that is very stable in the way you communicate, in the way you process information. But with that stability, you take a while to come to a hypothesis, so to say. You take a while to make decisions. I have my Mercury in Aries, and I'm very quick to making decisions. With a Mercury in Taurus, they're going to be very slow with making a decision. You can't rush them to express how they feel, and you can't really rush them to get something. Mercury in Taurus, they're not slow. The thing is, they like to take their time to go through the details of whatever it is that they're trying to process. So these people are very smart. They're very smart people because they are the type of people that actually take the time out to sit down and really think about something, and they know how to communicate in a very stable, concrete way, in a very these are the type of people, when they tell you something, it's no BS. They're about their stuff. They're not ones to really lie. These are the type of people, they're very practical people. They make very practical decisions. They like to make decisions that will last for a long time. They like to do think about something. That's why they spend so long thinking about something, because they want to make sure that whatever decisions they make, they make those decisions and they actually stick. When someone just rushes in and makes a decision, they overlook a lot of things. These are the type of people, they don't overlook nothing. They take that time to really process things and really think about what it is that they're trying to communicate. On the other hand, on a more physical level, Mercury rules your communication and your speech. So with it being in the sensual sign of Taurus, being ruled by Venus, these people have a very pleasant voice. They have a very charming way of how they communicate. They're very sweet people, very subtle, and they really listen. That's one thing about Mercury, because Mercury is all about how you take in information, like I said. So these people are great listeners. Mercury and Aries people, they don't like to listen. I don't like to listen to people. No, bitch, no. But Mercury and Taurus, you have the patience, you have the time, the stability, to really sit there and listen to someone, to really get the full grasp and details as to what they're trying to say. So that's a very positive thing about having Mercury in Taurus. I know some people are very thrown off with Taurus energy because they say we're slow. I'm a Taurus sun. They say we're slow, but it's not mentally slow. We're not slow like that. We want to make sure everything is done right. We want to make sure that we have all our eggs in a row, all our eggs in a basket. You know what I'm trying to say? We don't like to come to a conclusion and then be like, oh damn, I should have did that. Like, no, once we make up our mind, Mercury and Taurus, or just Taurus energy, when you make up your mind about something, that's what it is. But especially Mercury and Taurus, you guys have taken the time to really sit down and process, you know, what it is that you want. And so when it's done to perfection. So yeah, the other thing about Mercury and Taurus that I would say, this placement, I feel like you just have a lot of patience. Like, you have a lot of patience for learning things. Like, you're the type of person that if you read a book, like, you probably read it again, see, you know, if you miss something, or you just really like to take your time when it comes to communicating with people. You know, you're not an argumentative type of person. You like things to be pretty much harmonious for the most part. You know, Mercury and Taurus people are very loyal. They make really great friends. Like, they make awesome people that you can really talk to, sit down and have them listen to you. They're really great listeners, like I said. And they'll actually have, once they're done listening to you, they spend all that time really taking in what you said, they'll actually have like good advice for you. So yeah, I think Mercury in Taurus is a very great placement because not a lot of people have a great attention span, and this is a sign, a placement that has a very good attention span. You know, they can definitely last in a conversation. Another thing, Taurus is the master of the five senses. Like, they rule touch, taste, smell, hearing, feeling. Like, these people with Mercury being in Aries, they are the type of, I keep saying that, I'm so sorry, I just filmed that video, so I keep mixing it up. But Mercury and Taurus people, it's funny, when they communicate, they touch you. Like, just a part of how they communicate, they always like to touch. Like, that's just a part of how they communicate. Like, I know this one guy has his Mercury in Taurus, and every time he would talk to me, he would like just be like, yo Tish, and he would just like tap me, and I'm just like, bruh, like, why are you tapping me? Like, why are you touching me? And it was like a few people too, like, that I met with Mercury and Taurus that does this, and I'm just like, bruh. So, you know, they like to really like I said, they're really into the senses, so that when they hear, they really hear. When they smell something, they really smell it. Like, if they smell food, or if they smell more like esoterically, like if they smell some bullshit, like, they're very attuned to the senses. So these people, they pick up on the little details, and like that's in accordance to the five senses. So they really see. When they see, they focus on something. You know, when they talk, they the way they talk has a certain stern to it, but it's not like an aggressive kind of stern. It's more like a fixed, like they don't, even in their speech, like, this is what I'm trying to say, like, they don't even talk, like, they don't stutter, like, or their words aren't all jumbled up and shit. Like, when I talk and in my videos, I'm all over the place. Like, sometimes I just turn the camera on and I'm just talking. But with them, they would have to really sit down and like know what they're gonna say, and when they do talk, they know how to deliver in a very stable way, and in a way that can hold you, and in a way that you can understand where they're coming from. And yeah, they have a lot of knowledge. They accumulate a lot of knowledge, and they love to learn. These are the type of people, I would say, they're very curious, and they're curious on very practical things. They're curious about things that will actually that has value. You know, they like to communicate about things that they like, These are the type of people you should find out which house it's in. So get your full chart done, so you know which house your Mercury is in. But for the most part, these people like to communicate about just things that they feel like brings them joy, makes them feel comfortable. Because remember, it's Taurus is ruled by Venus, so they like to communicate about food, or like clothes, or just things that make them feel good and just put together. They like to talk about money, like to talk about art, beauty, like things like that, like things that um, we need on a day-to-day basis, that we would consider things that make us feel comfortable, make us feel happy, and things that we actually value. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for Mercury in Taurus. This is a very beautiful Mercury placement. It's probably one of my favorite Mercury placements. Even though you guys are kind of slow to make decisions, I'm very set on, I'm a Taurus, so I'm always rooting for Tauruses no matter what. But just because I'm so familiar with the energy, plus I understand how important it is to really just take your time and do something. But sometimes it may make you a little bit lazy to act. So don't be so lost in your mind and thinking so much, because that's not always a good thing. Sometimes you need fire. Sometimes you need to get up and be initiative and create and do something. So I would say just understand how to balance yourself and how to take initiative when you have thought about something for a very long time. You need to know how to put that into action, and that's one thing Tauruses are very good at. They're very good at making things become practical, and finding a foundation for something to grow. So don't be one of those Mercury and Taurus people that just think all day and they just sit there and ponder about something, but they never manifest it into this physical realm. So that's what I have for this video. If you guys like this series, like this video, go ahead and like this video. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. There's a lot of videos on my channel, spiritual videos, astrology videos, stripping videos, twerking videos, rapping, fitness, cooking. No cooking, I don't have any cooking videos. Wow. Anyways, off topic, but yes, make sure that you go watch videos. If you want to see me do a specific video, comment down below. And if you have anything else to add to this video, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. All right, thank you. Peace.